Terrific, China! I promise to give you some Moo Goo Gai Pan when we get back to the house!
Ah, that's racist.
I've seen some bad ripoffs. Atlantic Rim, Cargo, Trollland, and they all suck. They really, really suck. But I expect that when I watch these kinds of movies. They're gonna be ugly, they're gonna be cheap, and they're gonna be weird. What I don't expect, however, is full-on racism.
Arigato!
No problem, but arigato is Japanese. I'm Chinese. My name is Ching Ling. Hello.
That's racist.
What's Up, Balloon to the Rescue is a ripoff of the Pixar movie Up, yet the two have very little in common. I mean, outside of having a floating house, there's literally nothing shared between the two. One is cute, heartfelt, and beautiful, while the other is ugly, dumb, and racist.
Hey, Beijing! Give me a hand, will ya?
The intolerant behavior of this movie floored me. I had to pause and rewatch the scene to make sure I wasn't being tricked. I mean, maybe it's some kind of ironic fan animation, but nope. This film is for real, and it came from an actual studio.
No! No!
Alright, let's go over my 5 points. Voice acting. It's terrible. There are times where the lines sound like they were done in different takes and were pasted together.
But he ain't no monster chaser!
Editing. There are moments where the music just stops and starts with a new song out of nowhere. And sometimes the music slows down and then speeds up. It's very off-putting. Dialogue. It's super clunky. Like I said, the voice acting sounds like it's been chopped up and pasted together, and that creates a drag between character dialogue.
Uncle Crumb! The Chinese guy is in with my monsters!
Story. The story sucks. Typically, when I watch bad films, I get excited because they are a fun kind of bad. But this movie was just boring. The plot is confusing, the settings are lame, and the characters are not interesting. They don't give you a reason to care about the story.
Finally, it's my turn. My turn to put the whole world to sleep.
And finally, animation. Whew. Is it rough? I mean, I've seen worse, but that doesn't mean this movie looks good. On the contrary, it's very bad. The walk cycles, the face movements, the lazy backgrounds, the uninspired designs. There is nothing good about how this movie looks. Nothing at all. I mean, I've seen better monster designs from children. So the company that made this movie is Video Brinquedo.
Video Brinquedo.
Founded in 1994. They started off as a distribution company, but now they make their money by plagiarizing successful animated movies with cheap ripoffs. Such films include The Little Cars, The Little Panda Fighter, and Ratatouille. Needless to say, these movies are terrible and shameless. The company has no integrity and only care about tricking people into buying their stuff. And the reviews only reflect the company's track record, and What's Up is no exception. It has a 1.2 on IMDb and a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. Just so you know, not like it really matters, but this movie is technically a sequel. That's why you see all these movie clips at the beginning of the film. It was a movie called Little Monsters vs. Big Monsters, and it was a ripoff of Monsters vs. Aliens.
And lots of strange creatures in Little and Big Monsters, soon in your DVD.
So the movie starts, and the first thing I see is a kid humping a couch.
Imagine that within this infinite universe, we are infinite universe.
We then learn that the main characters are a group of scientists, 2 old guys, some kid, and the wonderful Amanda. Just look at this magazine and what it says about her.
He also happens to be the uncle of the lovely and most eligible young lady in our city, Amanda.
Thousands interview? Cience. Was this spelling deliberate? I mean, I know the folks who make the movie are from Brazil, so maybe?
Daniel Aykroyd tells us that there aren't as many ghosts as there used to be because they were all hunted down.
Now, you guys might be wondering, what does this movie have to do with Up? Well, you gotta pay attention, folks. Listen.
We spend a lot of time thinking about what could be the next significant step for humanity now that we've accomplished the amazing task of making contact with extraterrestrials.
Right. We believe a much better means of intergalactic transport will be required in order to venture further into space. Isn't that right, Dr. Crumb?
You see? It's exactly like Up.
That's right.
Well, there's the flying house.
I'm able to go up and down, ascend up, and descend, and go up.
Way up there, the atmosphere doesn't have enough oxygen for kids. Houses aren't aerodynamic.
Then why did you build a flying house?
Well, why can't we make the house fly really far? It was really awesome!
You saw a house fly. Maybe I should get the fly swatter.
We're not.
After some more terrible exposition, we are visited by a French explorer who, to be honest, looks like a UPS delivery guy. And this is where the stereotypes begin.
I'm sorry just to be dropping in like this, but I urgently need your services. I am Jean-Pierre Delacroix, the great Amazon adventurer, and you, sir, must be Dr. Crumbs. Are you not?
Yes, oui, Monsieur Jean-Pierre. I'm Dr. Crumb. It's my pleasure. Would you like some tea?
No, merci, I am French. We drink wine.
By the way, this kind of intolerant, racist attitude will continue throughout the entire film. So this French explorer wants to go down to the Amazon to chase some monster, and Amanda really digs this dude.
And you, mon petit, what is your name?
Amanda?
Enchanté.
So, without asking, Guido, the little asshole, flies the house towards the Amazon, despite his uncle's wishes.
Unbelievable! Guto, put this laboratory down right now!
No can do, Uncle Crumb. We're already over the ocean.
We then discover that Jean is actually a villain, as he talks about his nefarious plans, in the same room as everyone else. Like, I'm pretty sure they're within earshot.
Oh, Jean-Pierre.
When we arrive there, you'll all be in for a little surprise. I can't wait to hypnotize as many people as possible.
Wait, what was that? We all heard you. We're like 5 feet away. So they arrive to the Amazon and put on their Ghostbuster outfits.
I'm not so sure it was a good idea to bring the laboratory here. Can we go back now?
Oh my god. Could your flow be any worse? So Jean tricks the family and traps them in a cave. He then steals this special rock that's powering the house somehow, and he wants to use it to control the world. But because he's French, he can't say the magic word, lavender.
Finally, it's my turn. My turn to put the whole world to sleep. Les vendeurs! Maybe it's my accent, perhaps?
It's no use. Those boulders are too large. And they're cutting off the air supply. We're going to suffocate without air. I think we're done for.
I give up.
Yeah, we're going to die. Yeah, who cares? We're old. We're gonna die in a few weeks anyway.
I'm quite sure Jean-Pierre is already trying to rescue us.
Jean-Pierre, great! That French croissant is probably at a luxury hotel taking a bath after this little Amazon adventure, and goodness knows he needs one.
Jesus Christ. They really don't hold their punches when it comes to being offensive. So Jean drops the rock, and it opens a portal to another dimension that unleashes monsters into our world. You know, just like the Pixar movie. And my God, the sound effects of these monsters. They sound so bored. It's just a, meh. And this is where the movie has any shred of common ground with Up. And that's because they use a hot air balloon to fly their house. And that's it. The two movies have literally nothing else in common.
Ah, I never would have thought flying in a balloon would be so much fun.
You gotta love this music transition.
Tell me all about Paris.
Amanda, Paris is everything.
Did you guys hear that? Like, it sounds like they say something. One more time.
Paris is everything.
Did they just say the N-word? No, it's gotta be a recording error. Please let it be a recording error. Also, the music just warps right after this. So the group discovers that one of the monsters is attacking Paris. How'd they discover this?
Does that supersonic radar scan that far?
No, I just put the words attack and monster into Google, and voila!
Yep. We then find out that the glowing rock will become powerful again, to which Jean, right in front of everybody, tries to reactivate it, but fails.
Lavender.
The old guy does not trust Jean, though, and continues to rip on the guy for being French.
I don't trust this Frenchman, not an inch.
You're just being overprotective.
It's not that. I don't know. Something's just not right with him.
His accent will get better.
Oh, just look at the beauty of the Eiffel Tower. Looks just like the real thing. And a shout out to the wonderful pacing of this scene. Amazing.
But that's why the TV calls us tag-alongs.
Wait, what just happened in the background?
TV calls us tag-alongs.
So they capture the monster in Paris, and they head off to China to get the next one. While traveling, the kid is hanging out with Jean and Amanda. Jean wants to be alone with the girl, so what does he do? He roofies the kid. I'm not making this up. Watch.
Did you understand what he said? Did you understand what he said?
Would you like a candy, Gudo?
So Jean tries to trick Amanda into leaving her uncle behind. In order to do this, guess what Jean does? He roofies the old guys as well.
Go ahead and sleep, Uncle. You need your rest.
But he ain't no monster chaser.
But he ain't no monster chaser. That's what he sounds like. Again, the voice acting in this movie is so bad.
I look pretty good as a superhero, no? Your uncle's a little fat. Your uncle's a little fat.
So the French guy attacks the monster and fails. Amanda finally starts to catch on that Jean is a fraud, and she gets saved by some Chinese guy. A Chinese guy who gets made fun of for the rest of the movie.
Arigato.
No problem, but arigato is Japanese. I'm Chinese. My name is Ching Ling.
So the uncles wake up and come to the rescue.
Uncle Crumb, I'm glad you finally woke up.
You have to excuse us. We're just a couple of old scientists.
Yeah, don't worry. We are brilliant men of science, and we have the perfect idea. We're going to use your little brother as bait.
Who wants another cookie? Come and get me. Na 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 na. Savage pizza.
Anyway, he'd never forgive you. Whew. I'm going to have a nap. I'm very, very tired. I'll see you in the morning.
Jean really is just an asshole. This is your fault, Amanda. Now excuse me as I take a nap.
But I'm less tired. Well, have a nap. Then vas-y, message!
So I don't know how this happened, but the Chinese guy is stuck in the force field with the monsters. But he seems completely cool with it.
When we arrive, we'll get you out of there, my friend. Don't worry.
Sure.
But Gudo gets upset for some reason and complains to his uncle. His uncle, in turn, goes full-on racist.
I don't want that Chinese guy in there with my monsters. He didn't even say anything when I showed him the cookie.
Did you try showing him a fortune cookie? That could work.
Amanda then tells her uncle that Jean is a bad guy and that they need to stop him.
But now I think he simply had another agenda.
Oh my! Why didn't you tell me this before?
Oh, Uncle, I was blind. How could I be so silly? I just wanted to know him.
But Jean has the super rock and mind controls everybody except Gudo because he's wearing sunglasses, and apparently that prevents him from being brainwashed.
Lavender. Yeah.
We then have a scene where it sounds like Gudo is taking a shit in his pants.
Blow kisses. Guto, I ordered you. Kisses.
So Jean drops the rock, and Gudo is trying to trick the monsters back into the portal. We then get to see one of the most epic chase scenes ever. Also, it turns out that the uncle's casual racism is starting to rub off on Gudo.
Hey, Beijing! Give me a hand, will ya? Perfect, China! I promise to give you some Moo Goo Gai Pan when we get back to the house!
Why is this movie so vicious? The Chinese guy is just an innocent bystander. Why you gotta be mean to him? So Gudo frees his family, and they send all the monsters back into the portal along with Jean. Like, don't get me wrong, the guy is a jerk, but this just seems like a cruel punishment. We're going to send you into another plane of existence, where you could be devoured, or at the very least, starve to death.
Nobody likes me. What a sad, sad fate for me.
And you gotta love the moral discussion from the family and what they did. It's like, yes, putting him into a portal was mean, but the guy was an asshole, so whatever.
Come on, Uncle. There was no way to pull him out of the force field with the monsters, and I think he got what he deserved. All in all, everything worked out fine.
What else could we have done? Take him to the police and say, "Take this man, he just hypnotized us."
Amanda then apologizes to the family for what she did, and then she introduces her new boyfriend, the Chinese guy. And of course, the movie ends on a racist comment.
Well then, that's good, because I want to introduce you to my new boyfriend, Chin Ling, the cute Chinese gentleman.
Hello, everybody.
But did you really have to pick someone who might be smarter than me?
Wow! You mean he could be that smart? Huh. I thought he was just gonna make us some dinner!
That's racist.
Hey guys, I just want to take a quick moment to thank my top tier sponsors on Patreon. Tungren, Alyssa, Tyrion, Kaiser, Chad Butler, Julius, Moondoggy, Malcavio, and Illegally Sane. Thank you so much for the support. Overall, this movie represents the worst traits of the world of animation. It looks terrible, it's uninspired, it's plagiarism, it's cheap. There is truly not a single shred of quality about this film. Again, I like to watch bad movies. I like to rip on them and laugh at how bad they are. Trollland was perfect in that regard, but this movie is just so boring. I truly believe that a person is much better off punching themselves in the stomach instead of watching this movie. Yeah, it might hurt for a bit, but at least you're not wasting 50 minutes of your life and possibly risking a chance for brain damage. The studio that makes these films are shameless, and I'm gonna try and watch the rest of their movies. Not all at once, but I will check out every single one over the course of this year. Until then, steer clear of this movie in particular. It has no redeeming qualities, and it might lead to secondhand racism.
Perfect, China! I promise to give you some Moo Goo Gai Pan when we get back to the house!
That's racist.